don't know about you, but at one point in my life, I actually believed it was more noble to be poor, to give all of my money away, to undercharge for my services, and to play small. What I didn't get at the time was that money can be a force for good. Good for you, good for others, good for the planet. So I've been on a journey for over a decade to heal my relationship with money and explore wealth in all areas of life. Today, I help aspiring coaches start what I call a freedom business, and I help established entrepreneurs ditch their scarcity mindset. I now see more money as more opportunity, greater impact, and the ability to do more good. I'm your host, Mindie, and this is The Lucrative Society. All right. Welcome to another episode. Just want to give a little shout out to listeners around the globe. Just in the last week, this show has been top 40 in the entrepreneurship category on Apple Podcasts in both Oman and the Philippines, which is amazing. So thank you to all the listeners out there, and most especially those in an international location. It's so awesome that this little show is just making its way around the world. So thank you for that. So this week, what I want to talk about with you is sort of a follow-up to last week's conversation. Last week, I talked about what a freedom business is, how I've created that myself, and how you can as well. And after that episode went out, I received an email from a listener named Lisa. And I loved her email because it was a little bit of pushback. She said, "Mindie, how do you do this?" So my first response to Lisa was, well, go listen to last week's show because I talk about how I did it. But then she has a couple follow-up questions, and I feel like a lot of people may have these same questions. So I wanted to address them here on the show. She asks, do you have a thriving coaching practice? And to that, I would say it depends what your definition of thriving means. Most of my programs are called lucrative something. Obviously, this podcast is the Lucrative Society. That's also the name of my membership. I have Lucrative Coach, which is a coach training program, Lucrative Speaker, which is a speaker training program. So everything's based around this concept of lucrative. And what I mean when I say lucrative, now, of course, this means something different to all different people, but what I'm talking about is 6 figures annually or above. Now, I only teach what I have done myself. I don't teach how you can make $1 million as a coach because I've not done that yet. So when I'm talking about lucrative, that's what I mean, 6 figures or higher. In terms of thriving, though, again, it depends what you mean and what you want. Because, as I mentioned last week, I love freedom. Freedom is a higher value to me than income. Freedom is a higher value to me than having 8 billion clients. I have zero interest in having a absolutely full schedule of client after client after client after client, day after day after day. I would rather be out hiking. I would rather be out reading a book. Now, does that mean I don't absolutely love my time with my clients? I do, but I don't want to be with them all the time. Remember, I'm an introvert. I really like my alone time. And the reason I went into that is because when I hear thriving, I don't know, to me that means busy, very, very active. And I would say, no, I'm not very busy. I'm not very active in this business, but that's by design. I don't want it to be that way. So again, depends on the definition, but in terms of financially, I would call it lucrative at a 6-figure level. And in terms of time on my schedule, I have a lot open because that's how I want it. She goes on to say, I just don't know how what you do is possible. A reminder, this wasn't like an overnight, immediate thing. I'm going on 14 years as a coach, 14 years since I started my business. That's a long time. So within that time, there's a whole lot that can get done in terms of working toward your personal goals. My personal goals were to take 2 months off every year, to work 3 to 4 days a week, and to make a 6-figure income. I've done those things, but I definitely didn't do them right away. So there has been time. The time factor is huge. Another question she asked was, do you invest in training? And 100% yes. I am a lifelong student. I am a complete geek about a lot of things, a huge book nerd. I will always invest in my own education. I have done that both in the traditional sense, gone all the way through PhD in school, but I continue to invest. I'm actually looking at a brand new PhD program. This is how addicted to school I am. I'm just debating whether or not I should jump into this new PhD. I'm pretty psyched about it, but we'll see. But I also invest in coaches and mentors and courses online. I almost always have a coach. I am often taking multiple different classes online, or even signing up for things like masterclass.com, which is a whole variety of different topics and experts sharing their wisdom. So 100% about investing in training. Yes, that's the thing that I invest most in. And I will always continue to do that just because I like learning new stuff. Her final question was, and are you an ICF certified coach? And I always have to laugh when I'm asked that. I will tell you this, in the 14 years that I've been doing this, I am not asked very often if I'm certified, but I'm pretty sure that almost every time I have been asked, it's by another coach. So I always am a little bit curious as to the intent of the question, because I'm pretty sure they're not looking to hire me. They've got their own thing going. Are you looking to compare and contrast what you've done versus what I've done? I don't know, but it's pretty telling that it's really only coaches that care about certification. I have never, not once, been asked by an actual prospect, like an actual potential client, if I was certified or not. Reason being, people who are seeking out coaches are more interested in results than in certification. And if I can show them results that I'm getting for other clients, show them case studies, show them testimonials, whatever it may be, that's way more important to them. And the reason that I am not certified, nor will ever be certified, goes back again to that conversation about freedom. I have zero interest in aligning myself and my business under somebody else's guidelines. No, thank you. I am highly, highly ethical. I place huge weight on things like integrity. So to me, it's not an issue of because I want to be doing the wrong things. It's not that at all. What it is I want 100% freedom of how I run my business, how I work with my clients. I don't need somebody else to say, yes, Mindie, you are certified to become a such and such coach. I don't want to be a such and such coach. I want to be a Mindie Kniss coach. And that is something that is very distinct about my coach training program. I tell them from day one, I say, I don't want you to be a little Mindie Kniss coach. I want you to be you, because you are going to have so many different aspects of the various experiences that you've gone through, your viewpoint and perspective, which will be different from mine. So I myself am not certified. Like I said, I never will be. And I also don't offer certification with my coach training program. And just so you don't think that I am poo-pooing all certification programs, I'm not. Here's what's great about them. And maybe for some listeners, it might be the best fit. What's great is that some people can actually get a great boost of confidence from going through a program like that and ending up with a piece of paper at the end that says, I am certified by such and such. To me, I don't need that external validation. The people that come through my course, they're often a little rebellious, just like me. And they're like, yeah, screw certification. We don't need it. Because really, you don't. Like I said, I've been doing this business for 14 years and nobody cares except other coaches. For those of you that may be interested in going through a coach training program, that is what I offer. The Lucrative Coach program is a coaching academy. It's a 3-month online course that this coming few months, I'll be teaching live. I'm super excited about that. Usually it's just you get the videos and some Q&A calls, but coming up next month, I will actually be teaching it live every single week for 12 weeks. And here's what I have taken from all the feedback that I've gotten from people that have gone through my course that prior to that went through ICF. They were ICF certified already, and then they came to my course and took my course additionally. Here's what they said. They said that the ICF stuff was great, so all good on that. It's just not my thing. But what they didn't get out of that is the actual business structural stuff, the way to set up a sustainable and profitable business. They got the coaching, so they got that, which was fantastic for them. They really enjoyed those programs. But then they came through mine to get the business stuff and also the unique spin on it that I put based on heart intelligence. That is the science of heart intelligence. Because, hey, you know what? Mindset is awesome, but it's only part of the equation. Mindset isn't enough. You have to go beyond mindset and learn and understand how your heart set impacts you as a coach and you as a person, you as a client, you as a student, you as a human being. Heart set is phenomenally important. It's not talked about that much. These days, it's coming to the forefront more and more. People like Joe Dispenza are talking about heart intelligence, and a lot of other teachers. I've been teaching this stuff for over a decade and talking about the same thing. So yes, there's a mindset piece. Yes, there's a heart set piece. Yes, there's business. I walk people through setting up the structure of their business. Even if they don't have a big budget with which to start, there is no reason. I've had clients say, oh, I'm spending $5,000 or $10,000 getting this launch set up. And I'm like, what? I happen to know that they haven't even made that much yet. They're just starting out. I'm like, there is no reason that you should be spending that much at the beginning, unless, I mean, if you've got it and you want to invest in a great marketing agency and all the ads and everything out, like, cool. But a lot of my clients, they're literally just starting out. So they kind of want to get some traction in terms of income before putting money out for that. And I agree with that. I think you should absolutely start with the minimal stuff, get some traction, get some clients, get some income, and then you can build into all of those different things. And the sky is the limit. You can do whatever you want to do, but get the money coming in first. See, when I was starting out, I did it the wrong way. And I started with spending all the money and not making any. And that, many of you know my backstory, it did not end well. So what I help people do is literally start from the ground up, from the foundation, and build a strong foundation so that then they can create whatever they want. That's what I'm interested in doing. So I want to say thank you to Lisa for this email and all the questions. I think that it was really great to clarify some of the things that I talked about on last week's episode. So totally appreciate that. I'm always open to receive your questions. If you're listening to the show and you have a question, definitely get in touch. I will be happy to do another episode that is focused on answering your question. So to wrap this up, all of this is to say, no, you do not need to be certified as a coach. You can be, but you don't need to be. And definitely no, I am not, and I will never be. I am offering the Lucrative Coach course coming up in April. I'm super excited about it. And if you want to learn a little bit more about that, you can attend a free class that I'm doing as just a little intro to me, to my work, and to what the course is all about. That is all available at lucrative.coach. So not .com, it's lucrative.coach. You can sign up for free over there. You can join me on one of the free classes that I'm doing over the next few weeks. And you know what? If it's your thing and you're into it and you think it's the next right step for you, I would love to have you in the Lucrative Coach course starting in April. And if it's not, it's all good. You will never, ever, ever find hardcore sales tactics in my camp. I just don't even believe in that. I don't think it feels good for me to do it that way. It doesn't feel good for you as a buyer or potential customer. So that's not how we roll over here at Lucra. It's super open. So check it out, lucrative.coach. And if that has zero interest to you, that is okay too, because next week I'll be back with a really awesome interview. I am super excited for you to get to know this person that is going to be on the show next week. He is such a rock star, totally just a fantastic human being. So with that, I will wish you an amazing week, and I will talk to you soon. Take good care. Thank you for listening to this episode of The Lucrative Society. You can find free resources to create your lucrative life at lucra.com. That's lucra.com. Or join my crew of rebel entrepreneurs as a member of The Lucrative Society, where you'll get monthly coaching directly from me and resources to grow your business and yourself. Lucra, where wealth equals well-being.